they got to know us as people, as individuals and as business partners. I'm so glad that we started working with them, like genuinely. They've been so good for us.
So I'm Fraser from the Alternative Agency, and we're here with Sarah from Honey Tradition. Sarah, can you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes. So I'm one of the co-founders of Honey Tradition, and I run the business with Marek, who is the fourth generation beekeeper of our duo. We sell a range of raw and natural bee pollen and different varieties of honey, as well as some artisanal chocolates. And we started the business in 2019, or the brand Honey Tradition in 2019. But our products are from a small apiary out in Slovakia, which was set up by his great-grandfather Imrich in 1929.
What issue were you facing that made you look for a digital agency?
We set the business up on a bit of a whim, really, and decided to trade on Amazon. And what that meant was that we had some problems tracking like where our sales were coming from, and so on. And we decided to invest in a website. That was our main pain, is that we had these customers, but we didn't know like what channels they were finding out about us from. So that was the main challenge for us at the time.
What pain was this need causing you?
The main challenges we had, that we were getting sales, but we didn't know where they were coming from. We weren't able to make a decision, or we didn't have anything to quantify where we should spend or invest our money. So in what channels, whether that be through Instagram, Facebook, Google ads, etc.
What was the selection process when looking for agencies?
So our selection process was, because I work in the creative industry, I posted on LinkedIn, and I had some recommendations, of which the Alternative Agency was one. I also did some searches on Google, and then we shortlisted, I think 6 agencies in total to help us.
How did you decide who to work with? Did you go with the cheapest, or were there other reasons for your choice?
So I think, cost is always, when you're running a business, cost is always something that you have to think about. The Alternative Agency weren't the cheapest, but during our discussions, we had a really good gut feeling about them. And also during the discussions that Marek and I had about the other propositions that were available to us, or the other agencies that were proposing to work with us, we just got a sense that they had already added quite a lot of value to us before we'd even move forward with them. So that made a big difference. I think if you feel that you're getting value before you start working with somebody, then it kind of helped with our confidence in knowing that we were probably going to get value from them upon signing contracts, and that has been the case.
How was the experience of working with the team at the Alternative Agency?
It's been great. You always make time for us. I feel as though you guys are an extension of us. We work with you on a range of different side of things, from the website to Facebook ads to PR. And not only do you do your part, you also help us when we get approached by people, for example, and we're saying, oh, what can we do with this, guys? And you say, oh, try this, do that. So yeah, I feel like you're an extension of our team, which is a nice feeling.
How did you feel supported by the team during the development?
I was impressed from a website, but I'll start with the initial side of things. So from the website perspective, it was a new thing for us. It was a labour of love for us. I felt as though it was a collaborative process. So it was, what do you think you want? Like, what do you think you need from us as a website? And then it was, how about, or what would you be comfortable with trying this, or what about this type of design? So it felt as though we kind of had our influence was really important, but then that was also tied in with the expertise that you have. And I liked the fact that throughout the process of the website in particular, there was always honest, open conversation and collaboration between us, so that we got to where we got to, which was a great website as far as we're concerned.
When you first saw the website, were you happy? How did it make you feel?
Yeah, it definitely did. I think for us, like Marek and I's story, the story that we have as to why the business is where it is today is a nice one. Marek's a 4th generation beekeeper, and what we wanted to portray was how much the bees are part of the family, how much the family is part of the family, a bit about our story and us and how we developed on Amazon and through the website. And yeah, in terms of content, we were responsible for some of that, but actually the framework of the website, and the first time we saw the website, it was exactly what we wanted. And actually a lot of stuff that the team had done, it was like, oh, that's a great idea, why didn't we think of that? So yeah, it was absolutely surpassed our expectations in terms of what we'd hoped for. And it's the continuation of developing ideas and new things to pop on there. Yeah, it's been great.
How is it working with our PR team?
It's been, as I said before, we're time poor, and so what it's done is it's been great because it's prompted us to be involved in things we perhaps wouldn't have even had any sight of before. It's got us into the right type of publications or the types of places that we want to be seen in, and it's also been a really great mix of online and print, as you said. So just trying to kind of get the brand, to get the brand out there in front of the right sort of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been absolutely great. And like I say, I've always felt as though the guys and ladies are an extension of our team. So it's just like having new team members on board, basically. It's been great.
Are you excited about the ongoing digital PR and the Facebook advertising?
We actually just signed off on the Facebook ads. We've just started running a couple of them now, so I'm really excited to see what comes of those.
Lastly, would you recommend working with the alternative agency?
Yeah, I definitely would. I think it says a lot of the fact that we were recommended, they were recommended to us by somebody else. I suspect that they probably get a lot of their business through recommendations. And yeah, if I ever come across anybody that needs any help with anything, I'd put them in touch with the team. Yeah, absolutely.